hiding on them towards the end. That final shot sounded absolutely nuts. So that was good. How did he get... And we'll see whether this buy will come in. It looks like it will. Be some compromises here for Optic. Go for the double orb setup again. There it is. Snappy with the UMP. Config of 3,500. He'll go for a Negev. He accidentally bought a Negev. He just wasted $2,000 purchasing that.
Wow. Wow. That's a brutal... Unbelievable that goes $2,000 still.
So yeah, he's got an MP7, no armor.
Yeah, that's brutal. I almost...
Config could potentially tilt himself because now he's just going down.
Okay.
All right. He's making it work.
Invigorated. Nearly got away with one as he dropped off the stairs to find Aerial, but the AK prevails. AK would have prevailed against armor or not, so he can't use that as an excuse. Perhaps weaponry he can. Zevin does get snappy, so that changes the fate again. We go to the man advantage for Ence, who pull it back mid-round, as they often seem to do.
Yeah, and there's no kits again. There's one smoke. One of these players with the AWP, they might be considering a save again here, man. They just got no chance. And there's 2 Molotovs, 3 smokes available, HE grenades. There really is almost zero chance they're making that work. If they stir any sort of presence with this flashbang towards shore, if Gay's going to go for it, that could all fall apart. But they're just looking for exit frags now. I think they've realized there's the Molotovs coming in. Confirms there's absolutely no chance of them getting near this bomb. As X7 just trying to shoulder peek the corner, bait out any shots that might be coming in. And Optic's only real hope here is just to deny some money. X7, that's beautiful. As he takes down Yugi. Now Gay's only objective is to grab that AWP and fall back and save it. Have we found many frags yet? Still, top frag up for Optic is on 6 kills, and that's Yugi, 6 and 7.
Wow.
Not really looking as high flying as they were yesterday.
6. And the unfortunate defeatist will go down to play NIP, who wait to see who it will be. It looks, although we're in map 1, Optic are exactly awake and ready for this game, so maybe they're the early entry for that game. Ence with Alexei and Sergey able to find both Cajun and Gade, and Sergey takes out Yugi again. Once more, they didn't have the first kill, but they find all the rest. Config has it down to just 2 remaining with the Deagle. He wants that AWP, but he knows it's beyond a wall that's being watched. Does get it with the E key, but that lets Alexei know that he's coming that direction, and he nails him.
Oh dear, this is getting all sorts of awkward. Optic really getting ran over now. Quite frightening how good Ents look. Optic. Double orb set up again. They can't get into this game. The problem is when you get to this scoreline, you can't really be as... And it takes a nade to the face. See if Config can finish him off. I would say he probably can. He's very fast, though, Alu. Not fast enough. Config, with a flashbang from his teammate, guarantees the kill. And Ents will now commit towards long. It's Cajun who needs to be careful here.
Cajun does, but he knows he's got to get a kill as well. Every time it's Sergey. Yeah. That one wasn't even Sergey's response. Cajun didn't expect him to unscope to relocate and got nailed.
Sergey's just playing out of his mind right now. He's completely bodying everyone. Snappy.
Properly.
Yeah. Like, who's he been playing with to actually get to this level? Unbelievable. There we go. You can see Config typing to his teammates in the bottom right of the screen. That's when things usually aren't too good, when you're all chatting and discussing what the hell's going on. You shouldn't be doing this. We need to be doing that. When you're typing in the text, you know things are going bad. Well, 4 players survive for Ents. It's 11-1. I was hoping this would be an absolute barn burner of a game, but so far Optic getting absolutely railed here. Sergey's just looking absolutely inhuman right now as he makes his way through on the bomb site. That jump shot, you're absolutely right. That's nuts.
Yeah, 11-1. Or have Snap be holding a close angle. They've already bypassed him to get to Catwalk. Yugi wants to try and lure them into that AWP. Seven is aware that Snappy gets forced out by Flames, but they can't catch him with the bullets on retreat. Designed play. Yugi blinded, couldn't find the shot toward Catwalk either. Not uncommon we see the first kill for Optic. Smokes and Molotovs toward the A site. Cajun, good hold. The Deagle this time, rather than the AWP. Gets one, but can't find Zevin. Perfectly timed on the flank, though. Alu down at the box on Cat. Drops his op. Alexi's got to go back to hold it off, and they've got an even better position in play right now because Sergey is sneaking in behind Catwalk and they think they're wide open.
Yeah, and that smoke's going to buy them a lot of time here. He can go for the double kill. Is he going to miss it? He's definitely not. It's going to be a 2 versus 1, though. Can he pull this one off? Bomb's not going to be planted. They're both on the A side. He's going to be flashed. Turns away from it. They have not recovered a rifle yet, but he is low. He drops down. That's making some noise. 30 seconds remaining. He gets config first. Could be everything, but not going to happen. Gate uses the sound cues, outpositions him, and it will be the second round on the board.
Alu. He's already set for the mid-cross. Might get the shot on the first one. They'll make it through. No picks in mid. It seems less common than we used to see it, at least. Push in B tunnels, trying to get not only their second round now on the board, but finally perhaps a third and a fourth. If they can get this to 11-4, maybe there's a chance. But Ence just looking so sharp and so much money. Obviously, they buy back in. Reset potential for Optic. Double op setup. Yugi finally gets it. Flash over mid. Don't want on the other side yet. But Gate timed perfectly. Gets one and gets out. Exactly what he do. No need to overextend, no need to stick around. Get the man advantage, fall back to safety. And in fact, they can do exactly that in mid, but they're going to go up Catwalk again for Ence, and that means Config down below has to hit shots. So too does Cajun. He's had trouble doing so. Double flash out. Cajun's blinded by the second one. Config does manage a 1-for-1 trade, but Yugi's gone in rotation, and now it's all on Cajun. Again, he struggles.
16, he's only died 3 times. Here we go. 1 and 4, 1 AWP, 3 pistols.
Nade in. Alu takes a bit of damage from it, but that's not a problem. Inconsequential, ultimately. It's Gade that he wants in the back of the site. So the op for Config and Gade on the M4. Gade on the high side of the box. Flash was spotted being thrown in middle. It'll be called by Config, but can he get the boost shot? Not quite. Alu, meanwhile, does get Gade. That's backside B. Yugi now has to hold it with a deagle at the door. Goes in, finds one. Alu's already shot, so getting Config behind him. Yugi had a chance to strike, but speaking of behind, here comes Zevon out mid. Doors, double smoke down, or rather double position, not double smoke. We have seen the double smoke. That's what I was going for, Henry, because we've seen people throw it to try and get that gap erased.
Very disappointing first half here. This feels like a foregone conclusion as Ence win the first half on the T side of Dust 2, 13-2. Optic can play this map as well. I'm so surprised at what I saw. It seemed like they're a little bit off. I didn't see anything from Yugi, really. Big names not really performing to the same level we've seen out through this tournament. And we'll see PT50s. Or PT50 on the T side. Obviously, this pistol has to go in their favor, but I'm not sure they've got anything left.
Optics round. On those 2 kills alone, holding out the B site. It should indeed be. Yugi as well, waiting for the rotations, finds one. That's all he needs to do in that occasion. 4 versus 2, and armor and a kit. Fair enough. Not a lot to work with in terms of position because that B wall is tough to penetrate.
Well, there it is. Config confirms the round, at least for Optic Gaming. It will be Alexi now trying to keep as many players as he can on the site. Flashbang through. Alexi goes down. So Optic, their grind begins here. We have seen some massive scorelines go the full distance. Plenty of 13-2s, 12-3s fall apart.
Now taking damage. It's worth trying to hold on to the next round. Will Gade allow that? Probably not. And Ariel's already found Sergey as well. 13-4. Optic starting to, well, whatever. They've got rounds early because of the pistol. I won't say anything beyond that yet. It's early days. But showing signs of life.
Yeah, absolutely. Full eco now, friends. Snappy's going to throw it over. Alu's got his AWP, but you can see after the force buy they are quite limited here. No one with any helmets. Luckily there's no SMGs available. Bare bones utility, Sergey and Alu with no grenades whatsoever. They have got the AWP and 1 defuse kit.
Convenient.
Indeed. I'll make their way towards short. 4 players there. No one in A defending right now. If they're able to flash heavily towards long, Ali will be in a lot of trouble here. He does get it towards that car position. Gade waiting to backstab at long. Smokes in, players dropping down. There will be Alexi to open things up.
Catching config, trying to go for the divide split. Still one at long that wants to attack late. And if they do, that would make a problem. Gade, if he gets aerial over the wall, which is what they have done, Yugi is controlling everything. He's down to a 1 versus 2 with 34 HP, but it is an AWP, and there's no time in the bomb. They're already backed off it. Zevin's gone away, and he's the one with the kits. It's now going to be 13-6, and that is an incredible shot.
Wow, okay. That was sick. Yugi's not done just yet, it seems. Oh my goodness, that's unreal. I've never seen it like that with the orb. Like, incredible scenes. Either way, it will be Config and Co. maybe rushing and failing at long as they go down. That might decide the game in itself.
We haven't seen a lot of B takes in this game. B is the forgotten sight. Flash through the smoke from Cajun, who's down below.
What's up with you boys?
Hey, thank you guys. Good job as always, and appreciated as always as well. Now, guys, we could talk about Ence picking Dust 2 and being prepared coming into this matchup, but I'd say that's underselling the economy's going to pan out after they lose this round. But like, yeah, he should save. Yeah, he should definitely save. Next minute, the guy decides to go for what should be an impossible 1v2, finishes it in one of the most impossible ways that, you know, happen in Counter-Strike. These aren't things, even though it is becoming more consistent, let's think about the fact of how much more Counter-Strike we watch nowadays and how many more flary players are going for these shots. Let's keep that in the factor as well. And to have that, where we say vibe, as opposed to that of Optic, who didn't get online until the second half.
Well, talk about shining for Ence. We could even maybe just take a quick look back at Alu in the 1v2 because it was a significant part of this game. I felt like at some point there was a chance maybe Optic to start running some rounds back. I mean, they were playing a little sloppy, but boom.
That's just ridiculous, isn't it? I don't know how much we can harp on it, but it's crazy.
I don't know how I feel about Snappy specifically. Yeah. So if Ence can take that and apply it to Mirage, sure, maybe they can take it. I think from the map, Optic is probably more prepared on it, more proficient. But they were a very, very good sign of Ence that could translate to any maps, really.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that sentiment. Ence are looking well drilled, but I think a positive sign, at least for Optic, was towards the talent.
Now on Face It. Head to Face It now and discover hubs.
But that seems to be for dispute. However, I think they've come
We're
to an
ready.
agreement.
We're good to
We're
go.
good. All right. So 1-0 Optic. I just wanted to wait before I said anything because why not?
I think there was some trolling going on there. That's why I didn't really want to divulge what was going on. But if we're all fine, we're continuing as is. Optic have taken the pistol here on the CT side of Mirage. We're getting into... Well, look, they're going to be full eco here for AKs in the third. So there we go. If you are just joining us, you missed a pretty epic Dust 2, especially from Ence and Ali. That grenade. .3-0 Optic, well played to them. Yeah, I like the play from...
Coming out of the palace as well. And Config is putting Optic in a good position already on this map too. Mirage, Cajun B will get Alu down. And there's only 5 kills, but there's 7 deadly sins. I don't know where I was going with that. It's Optic 4-0.
Very standard, to be honest. Cajun and snapping towards B. Config holding the middle or the window with the AK. He's going to fire off some shots potentially. We saw Dennis doing a lot of that. Ariel's already got towards connector those. So, finally. This is looking promising for Ence. Is towards that connector. AWP focusing on CT spawn. Gade is there, but only with the M4. Can't challenge too much.
Cajun.
Quite a simple procedure. Promising from Ence with the flashbang and Cajun dropping off, but the utility reply from Optic was too overwhelming. Nothing they could do, not even close to the site once again. Nowhere near.
Bang went that direction, so now it's Yugi to try and keep the streak and the dream alive.
He'll do what he can. He has got a smoke available. That's going to make things where they can start digging their heels in a little bit more. Cajun jumps up, for any players crossing towards middle. They lost out the first pick due to the good spawn last time, as they get 2 kills with the AWPs, 1 by 1. They run it thick. And it's an early 5-on-3, and this should be round now. Looking way too comfortable.
Alu. Good find in the first, but Cajun responds, steps back out to the window to get the kill. 7 does get snappy back at B. No indication that the bomb wants to go that direction even with that pick, however, so he's still the intended target, I would presume. Gary Salo, Nico Salo's son, Sergey. Down though, Gade, config. Good find. 14-2, and inevitable Inferno impending. Alliteration. All the good stuff. They'll buy out 4 SMGs and an AK.
To report at this moment, it's just waiting for the round to end. Maybe they'll get 1 kill and save a UMP. There we go. Already doing too much here. Nice shots, but all quite useless.
Inconsequential. So 15 rounds for Optic. I'd like to say it was a good effort, but it wasn't really. Alu had 10 kills. That's the top of the board for his side. No one lower than that on the opposing. The highest, meanwhile, it's been a team game yet again from Optic, but the highest is it's a little bit different than that.
Okay.
But that's me. I lose. Every morning I wake up, I forget everything.
They could win this.
Cajun.
He Molotovs apps, he forces out of his position, then he smokes, and we know as a T, when there's a smoke on the bomb, you don't like it. You get iffy, you want to go for it. What I don't really appreciate about Ence is that I think these positions are mutually exclusive, which means you can take a 1v1 against one and be protected from the other, which Yugi abused to perfection, really. And then from that, I mean, he wins it. He makes it look easy, but he did everything correct, in my opinion.
You could tell they were much more comfortable on this map as opposed to Dust 2. Now, this is the thing. We need to look at this and take both matches with a grain of salt. They were both blowouts. Now, Optic were actually able to close very quickly, where Ence weren't able to do the same. There was a bit of a comeback heroics needed from Alu there to step up and say, look, Optic being able to do it, they just proved it. They got blown out and bounced back. Can Ence do the same? Because they don't have the same level of experience in their squad.
Well, even on top of that, you think about, oh, well, this is our map pick, we did good. This is our map pick, we did good. Well, now it's a completely blank slate. You got to think of this as a best of one straight up almost. Wipe the other maps away. I think so.
Can we investigate?
We can investigate.
Why do I think it was a monkey?
Could we just throw up the graphic of the 5 players? I think the hero shot, and take a look, because I'm pretty sure the logo's right there. We're not throwing them there. We're giving some time, but I think we can debate this real quick.
Okay.
What is your take on it, Maniac? Is it a squid or is it a monkey?
I think it was a monkey.
I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what we're talking about here.
The Ence
I'm gonna stay silent.
Let's take a look, because we do have a view here. It looks like a squid.
That's a monkey.
This is it.
I thought it was like a monkey that was like eating like that doesn't make any sense. Why would a monkey be eating something?
Why?
As a logo.
Why would a monkey have tentacles, Chad?
Well, I thought that could be like its arm. I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. Why would I think?
What
it's
have
a
you
monkey?
done? What have you done, Chad?
Can anybody else see a monkey there? If you can see a monkey in that logo, tweet at me #FaceItMiner, and let me know if you think that's a monkey. I had this before. If Matt and Henry are listening, one time we were doing, I think it was a Pro League broadcast or something, and we were talking about the new Inferno and the top of banana. I thought
times, obviously some different generational stuff going on here, but we do have one more.
Age.
It's fine, Chad.
We're all the same age.
Chad, I know that some of that late
there
set stuff is setting in.
It's going to come on the screen. Here we go. So I think it's a pig.
That's
looks like maybe a wolf.
No, are here with us when we come back.
feel alright. You bring every piece of me to life. When we're looking eyes, I lose my mind, my mind. Amnesia.
Right now, the loser does not go home. They go to lower bracket to play NIP, who are waiting in the doldrums. They've got to play 2 more games. Well, I guess they've got to play one better free to decide their fates. And then they've got the grand final, which is just for the cash. It's 30k for the first place, obviously on top of the major spot as well. It will be Inferno, Matt. It's these teams are more than happy to play. We know that much. Who have you got?
I don't know. Yeah, I was so convinced by Ence in the first map, and I thought, oh, Optic looks flat.
Absolute machine there. That was pretty incredible. Well, that's why he's considered one of the strongest fraggers in the entirety of Denmark, a very strong region, as there will be a rush in. It's a force.
Config. Clotheslines. 7 on the way through. Alu does get Config back, however, but it's all about Gade. Gade to B. Let's get one shot back. Alu. Still. But they get the bomb plant. That's the goal, and that's what they'll get. Though does get back toward Ruins. 2 low players in front. Finds the first on the headshot. Second as well, as that will allow the plant. They go deep this time to do so. Interesting decision to go that far forward. Not sure of what perhaps was at the mid wall. They'll play this from the obvious position of Graveyard to see that, as well as the pit. Smoke down on the entry to the apartments. Cajun already up on top of the railing. That much is clear. Gade, oh, Alexi. He's killed his teammate, Ariel, but spotted by that shot, perhaps a warning shot in the way that it goes off, and we'll rotate that up to be unpredictable back over toward A. He stacks it now, essentially, as there's 3 directly on quad side, 1 in the arch, only Config to hold off Banana. He's pistol to taking momentum. Unfortunately lost the first gun round as well as that round, giving them a 5-0 deficit, but they're pulling it back convincingly. Now they take out Cajun. That opens the site once more.
1-2, Gade and Yugi. Not really much they can do with it. Ence has been bullying that A side. Get straight out.
Yugi. Waiting. Does see one jumping. Goes for the jump rather than the wall. There is the potential that you just fire at the wall and catch the man who drops after the jump. Not guaranteeing a headshot, of course, but at least getting some damage done. Back toward the site has Gade with a pistol toward the pit. Have to play this to perfection on the crossfire. Alexi does step out. Too far. Gade gets him down, throws the bomb forward. They know that's now a confirmation of site take, but it's still going to be...
Yugi holding strong. Brilliant shot from him to open things up.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Yugi's going to have to back to the pit meanwhile. 12 HP. He could still be resounding. The op, but...
You hold your nerve and get 6 rounds in a row, and everyone's contributing again. There's no one player carrying them or anything like that. That's what I've always said about Ence. It seems like always such a great team effort. Everyone has their moments, and everyone trades out effectively. They pre-fire spots. They don't overlook angles. It's quite impressive to see them play years above their experience. And that's the...
Some people stare at that and don't even realize there's someone on the other side of it. It's such a slight position to hold. Config behind the wall. Flash out. Little did he know, because he looked at the wall anticipating the flash.
I don't think it connected. Sergey looking for anyone boosting above that half wall right now. And that's exactly what's going to happen. He spotted them. Did Config spot him back in return? Sergey's got this. He doesn't miss. Oh, what's he doing? Keep your nades in, son.
Now he'll get it out.
That is sometimes a little habit younger players will get into. Instead of keeping their guns out, they pull nades out. And when you're that close, you know people...
We see that too common.
That was always something. When I had younger players in my team, that was the main bit of feedback I'd always give them. If you're getting in the gunfight and you know you're in trouble, if it's not smart to throw a grenade, keep the gun out. If you know they're so close. But there we go. No harm, no foul. We didn't die. 35 seconds now. Smoke there from Gade. Alone. And of course this miner We didn't expect anything. Everyone said they were going to be bottom tier. I think Thorin had them in his video. He said like he had top tier, second tier, third tier, and then no chance tier, and he had them in there.
I do remember when Thorin said that the G2
thought.
Super Tune would dominate Counter-Strike and reset the meta too, though. So, you know, it can't be right every time.
Get armor. You would assume you get a PT-50 or something. You want to want default pistol. Maybe his teammates should consider dropping them, or him, for 5-7. Or not 5, CZ, I should say. But there we go. It should be Optic just going through the procedures now, clear. I guess not that much pressure because you still get another chance, but NIP waiting for you. If you just come off the defeat at the best of 3 and they're all fired up and ready to get in that major, no one wants to be doing that.
To be fair, 9-9 is an indicative score that you've got a good game because it Alexi smoke down. Flash goes in. That'll even further deter anyone waiting at CT behind the smoke to try and peek. There isn't anyone. Alexi's the only one there. Now they get the AWP posted. Tries to go for the denial. Great damage on gate, but can't close it.
It will be the opening pick there, and Config, he wants to take that advantage and put it straight in the bank. And take him down, pushes the smoke. Back and forth we go. 3-on-3 though. One player remaining on the A side. That's going to be Ariel. He's got dinked him through. He heard his well. So anyone's on the way. If you dink someone to CSGO, you do get a sound cue. Obviously that one a bit more brutal as he had no helmet. You can just hear the blood splurt all over the walls there. Cade knows there's a kill on the other side. Can he find it? Trying to sniff out the opposition. This is amazing resurgence from Optic after having a really rough first half. Looks like a clean sweep might be coming in here. Just Alexi Bob, who's waiting on the other side of the map. Another young player who will just be lying in wait at this point. Bomb.
We had an establishment in it with 40 seconds left as well. That's going to force them back over toward the A side. Sergey's underneath of the quad position, and Ariel's watching behind for the apartments, which is where Cajun's heading. So he should be positioned well and gets the headshot. And so we'll get double digits shortly with Snappy on 14 with 30 seconds. He does have the bomb, but no chance. But surely could have got caught in the process of trying to flame him out. Config back to the site. Ali with smoke.
Find him any sort of fortune at all. Gade with both kills gets his 26th frag. That could be game, ladies and gentlemen, because now we're going to have tactical timeout, friends. They know it, I think. Natu needs to have some sort of motivational speech ready to go. They're 14-10 down. They're averaging about 3 GAN per player. They're going to buy up into it. We'll see what the landscape of that buy looks like. It's going to be 2 M4s, 2 CZs, and a UMP. Lose this round, they'd be able to do that. They've got 2 fantastic riflers there, up close and personal, brute force. They don't ask to take the bomb site. They just rush in there and grab it. 21 and 18 at the top. Alexi with 18 and 14. So there we go. Big round here.
Config.
He's the player in the pit. His teammates dropping around him. Actually trying to back him up with the Molotovs. Not looking good now for Ence. They are getting traded out one by one.
Brilliant.
Nice shot by Cajun. That should be the round. But Sergey alive and kicking. Can't find the insta-kill. And that will be a harsh reset, remember. They only won the previous round. They haven't got a bankroll licked up. Cade knows he's there. And clinical in his execution of Ariel there. And he might have both the kills. Sergey's locked in. He's absolutely destroyed. I think that's going to be a map. 5-on-3. 7 does what on the server right now. Well, there was. And there's just some of the big names that are there. Gade looked impressive. These young guns. And obviously Sergey, Alexi, they all look so good here. I think it's really promising for the future. Hopefully we see another great game coming up. NIP has certainly had their troubles within this tournament so far, but I'm sure they're looking to rectify that and show they have got it still within them to prove that they can make it to these majors. It's been a while, but I'm kind of hopeful both teams make it. It's a shame we're going to have to say goodbye to one of them. But for now, Matthew, we'll throw it over to the beautiful Parla, who's got an interview with the victors.
And why were their strategies working?
I think they actually on many maps play a pretty similar style to ours, and I think that our style is pretty hard to counter as CT, because both us and Ence fight a lot for banana control, and when you don't get banana control as CT, then it's really hard to play Inferno. So I think they did a really good job, and it was probably the fact that we got both pistol rounds that decided that Inferno game. So I'm just happy about that.
What do you think it's going to be like for them to play at the Major in September? Rennie, for you, you're more experienced in this regards.
I think it's going to be awesome. They have something looking forward to. So yeah.
And do you think they'll be able to step up to the plate and they have what it takes to be at the highest you've achieved that spot? You have a grand final to come. You'll be playing either Ence or NIP, which is coming up next. But first, let's break things down a bit more at the analyst desk.
Or perhaps we just break things. It's really just in the mind of the rain all over my parade. Kind of like Gade rained all over Ence. Looking at these stats, 115 ADR in that last map, but overall in the series, rocking a 94.2 ADR. That's a 61-41 KD. So he definitely did some work.
That's really impressive, and I think Gade coming into his own and finding his own play style is a very, very good sign for Optic. Obviously, we know Config, we know Yugi, we know Cajun has come back to life.
Yep.
Gade hasn't really fulfilled the expectations yet, but this tournament,
yeah, he's lived up. Well, when we say lived up, there wasn't hype around him, right? Like he was just
he was described as a up and coming, super talented,
very. Very descriptively, Pimp, Jacob Vinicki saying, like, yeah, Gade is the player to watch out for.
Really?
He's going to be the one. Well, it was the late nights on Pro League.
Oh, okay. He was losing his mind a little bit.
Maybe it was a little bit of that. Maybe some of it carried over even to this week.
Up, and that pistol round is another way that he set his team up to go to that 5-round streak, and that was positive signs for Optic here, and they needed that because Ence were actually the better team in that first half.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want to have a flaccid start if you're coming out. You don't want to come out flat-footed. You don't want to come out with just a little bit of a limp to yourself. Perhaps we talk a little bit about it having the right idea, but.
Yeah, so here we want to talk about the CT side of Ence. Obviously, at the desk, we pointed out that it was very risky for them to play in the dark, to leave Banana open, and to my